Jessica Miller was a 25-year-old American girl who grew up in New York City. She was open-minded, adventurous, and modern. During her college days, she enjoyed partying, spending time with friends, and living life freely. Jessica believed that the true meaning of life was to seek happiness and remain free from any restrictions. However, deep inside she felt an emptiness. Despite exploring every avenue to find joy, something seemed to be missing. She often asked herself, is this what life is all about? Is there something more? After graduating from college, Jessica decided to travel the world to experience different cultures. During this journey, she joined a project that took her to a Middle Eastern Muslim country. It was a world completely different from her own. Women wore hijabs, the call to prayer echoed from mosques, and people seemed deeply immersed in worship. At first, Jessica found it all strange. She thought this society oppressed women and took away their freedom. But over time, she started engaging with the people. That's when she met Aisha, a young Muslim woman who introduced her to her faith and lifestyle. Through her conversations with Aisha, Jessica realized that Muslim women were strong and confident. They described the hijab not as a restriction but as a symbol of dignity and identity. Aisha explained that in Islam, women are seen as precious jewels who deserve protection and respect. Jessica found this perspective vastly different from her Western upbringing, where women's worth was often judged by their physical appearance. She wondered, is it possible for a woman to be respected for her intellect and character, rather than her looks? One day, Aisha gave Jessica a translated copy of the Quran. As Jessica began reading it, she felt as though the sacred text was speaking directly to her. One verse in particular struck her deeply, and we have certainly created man in the best of stature. Surah At-Tin, 95:4. This verse made Jessica reflect on how Islam elevated the concept of humanity. She realized that Islam was not just a religion of worship but a guide for all aspects of life. What captivated Jessica the most was the concept of Tawheed, the belief in one God. Aisha explained, Islam teaches that Allah is the creator of everything. He is unique, and only He has control over life and death. Jessica was deeply moved by the idea that worship did not require any intermediaries. This simple yet profound concept touched her heart. Aisha introduced Jessica to the 5 pillars of Islam. 1. Shahada, the declaration of faith. There is no God but Allah and Muhammad PBUH is his messenger. 1. Salah, praying 5 times a day. 1. Psalm, fasting during Ramadan. 1. Zakat, giving charity to those in need. 1. Hajj, pilgrimage to Mecca. These principles made Jessica realize how Islam connects individuals to their creator while fostering social equality. Jessica learned about women's rights in Islam, and was surprised to discover that Islam granted women the right to own property, seek education, and choose their spouses over 1400 years ago. This was eye-opening for her, as she had initially believed the stereotypes about Islam oppressing women. Gradually, Jessica's interest in Islam grew. She began participating in prayers and felt an unexplainable peace each time. She realized the emptiness she had felt for so long was now being filled. One day Jessica decided to embrace Islam. With Aisha and the local mosque's imam guiding her, she recited the Shahada La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. There is no God but Allah and Muhammad is his messenger. It was the most beautiful moment of her life. Jessica felt she now had a purpose, to worship Allah and serve humanity. After accepting Islam, Jessica chose the name Jamila, meaning beautiful. She let go of her old habits and started a new life. She remained the same adventurous and confident woman, but now, she had a sense of peace and purpose in her heart. Jessica's story teaches us that Islam is not just a religion, but a complete way of life. It provides peace to the soul and contentment to the heart.